Hello everyone, this is Rashi and welcome back to the Reading Platter. And in today's video, we are going to be doing the Mid-Year Freakout Tag. Yay! I was so excited for this video because I had planned this video like in January itself. And June being the best reading month, I was so excited for this video. I also filmed how much I read, like the stats, only the stats, and a challenge that I did, which I will link here so you can check that out. And now we are going to do the Mid-Year Freakout tag, and the original video will be linked down in the description so you can check that out too. So this is my first time doing this tag. If I do any mistake or something, please, I'm sorry for that, because I have watched a lot of videos, but anything can go wrong, you know. So let's start. The first question is the best book you have read so far this year. There are so many to choose from. Oh no, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I loved this book so much. I really want to buy this book. I actually read the ebook and audiobook for this one. I have both of them with me, and I really want physical copies of these books. I really want to keep them with me, you know. They are just, it was my favorite. It was, I cannot wait to buy it. I am just looking for a chance to buy it because I just hauled books, video linked here, and I really want to buy Six of Crows, and I'm very excited. This was the best book I read so far. The next question is the best sequel you have read so far this year. This year, the best sequel, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling. I just love this book. I haven't read Harry Potter yet, like any book except for the first two, and the second one was so good. I wanted to read the third book this month, but I couldn't, and I'm so excited to get to that book. I am really very excited to read the whole series and watch the movies too, and I cannot wait. It was the best book I have read, best sequel, and it was just amazing. I just loved that book. I haven't read much of sequels this month, like yet. I have started a lot of series, but I haven't read a lot of sequels. Like I have read the first book in the series. There are books that I have read, like second and third book in the series, but I haven't loved it. But this one was just the best. I could have said Crooked Kingdom, but I did not want to, you know, do repetition or something, because the first one was Six of Crows, so the second one should be something else. Let's move on. The next question is new release you haven't read yet but want to. Okay, I received an arc, Just the Two of Us by Ryu Hang, and I have put it in my TBR this month, but I haven't read it. I really wanted to because I have received the second arc for this one too, but I haven't read it. I'm so excited to read it, but I haven't. And the NetGalley arc is going to expire. I don't know if I have to buy it, but if I have to, I will, because I really want to read it. The next question is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I have to check. Wait a minute. I know what I want to say, but I don't know if it is yet to release or have released. Okay, so I read a graphic novel this month, that is The New Girl, and it's the first book in the Ellie's series, and I just loved it. It was beautiful, and the designs were so good, the color scheme was so good, the story was so good, and I just loved the book so much that I really want it. I want a physical copy for this. I received the arc for this from NetGalley, but I really want the physical copy of this book. I cannot wait to buy it. It is yet to release. It will release in August or September. I don't know, and I'm so excited to read it. I may not read it, but buy it. The next question Biggest disappointment, and I know what I have to say. The Mysterious Disappearance of Aiden S. And I read it in April. April was not that good, but still I was very excited to read this book. No, I read it in March. Wait, let me check it. Yes, I read it in March. I was very excited for this one, but I gave it a 2 star, that too because I loved the cover and I was very excited after reading the title. But it was such a great disappointment. I cannot even talk about it. I wasn't at all happy with the story. I DNF'd it. Not DNF'd it, but yes, I just skipped most of the part. I read the end and I knew what the end would be, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't nice. But yeah, I as soon as I read this question, I actually knew what I wanted to say, and this was the book that came into my mind. That was the biggest disappointment because I was so excited for this one. Biggest surprise. In March itself, I received an arc from the author on Instagram, and the book was Candid by Santushti Tyagi. It is a non-fiction arc, and I was really excited. Not really excited, but yes, I wanted to read it. I wanted to read more non-fiction books, and but I did not have much hope before getting into the book because I'm not a big fan of non-fiction. But the book was a great surprise. Yes, it was. It was really surprising. It was so much, not so much fun. I rated it 3 stars, but it was really good. I really liked it, and I enjoyed it so much. The story was different. It was not a non-fiction, basic non-fiction like you are wrong and you are wrong. It wasn't like that. It was like experience of a child, and also related, the plot was related to many stories, like this girl does this kind of things, this does this kind of things, and everyone is good. Everyone is good in their own selves, and it was really nice reading it. I really loved it. The next is favorite new author, debut or new to you. So it can be a debut author or an author that is not a debut but is new to me, and it can be both too. So I will choose Emma Gannon. I read an arc, Olive, by Emma Gannon, which I received from NetGalley, and it was just amazing. I loved her writing style. It was very simple. The language was very simple. The plot was, easygoing, and it was like very, smooth, and it was engaging. Her writing, I was just so attracted by her writing. Like, I had the ebook and the audiobook for this both, and both were the arcs, and I really enjoyed listening to it and also reading it. It was really fun, and yes, it was like I just loved her writing. I would love to read more from Emma Gannon. And let's move on to the next question. The next question is newest fictional crush, Cas Brecker. I mean, Cas Brecker is just amazing. He's a character from Six of Crows. You must know, everyone who's read it, and he is the devil you fall in love with. He is just so amazing and so fun to read, and he's got humor which he does not even know, and it was, I loved it. I just had a crush on this character. I've never had crushes, I don't believe in crushes, but this one was different. This one was special. The next question is newest favorite character, Harry Potter. I loved Harry Potter. I am so excited to read. As I just said, I'm so excited to read more of Harry Potter books. I have not read them yet. I haven't watched the movies because I wanted to read the books first, because movies have a lot of scenes that are deleted, and most of the things that are not included or are just modified. I just wanted to know everything, so I wanted to read the books first, and I have got this time to read them, and I want to complete Harry Potter this year. I'm so excited to read it. I'm so excited. So the next question is the book that made you cry, and I'll choose Beach Read by Emily Henry. I cried because it was really emotional and it was fun, and it was, it was very, I was really attached to the characters and the story. It was really nice experience reading it. I cried because I was very emotional that finally they have an ending that they deserve, and it was really much so fun. I rated a 5 star. I definitely recommend it. I'm just a fan of Emily Henry, and I enjoyed this book so much. The next question is the book that made you happy. Will this count in cry or happy? Let's put it in cry and let's find a book that made me happy. There are a lot of books that made me happy. So I'll say to all the boys I have loved before by Jenny Han. It was really fun reading the book. I enjoyed it so much. It was so easy, so fast paced, and such a nice writing style. I was very shocked to know that I just read this book in just one day, and I watched the movie too. I love both the books and the movies, and it was just so nice. I enjoyed the book. It was perfect, funny, lovely, sad, and exciting. So yeah, the book that made me happy. So the next question is the most beautiful book you have bought so far this year or received. So the most beautiful book that I bought or received this year. Oh my god, this year. I have to check. I found it. So the beautiful book is The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. I love the book and I love the cover too. It was so beautiful, like the color scheme, and it was island, and it was just beautiful, like the blue color, the pink. I don't know, the book just attracted me, and I just loved it so much that I read it as soon as I bought it, and I loved the book too. It was just so beautifully written. The cover was beautiful. It was a beautiful book from outside and inside, so it counts twice. So the next question is, what books do you need to read by the end of this year? There are a lot, but I will talk about 3 of them, and let me first see. So there are a lot of books. I have a whole list that I have to read. I will link my 5-star prediction videos here, so you can check. Those are the books I really want to read before December, because then I'll have to take a punishment if I won't. So if I really want to list 3 books, those are the all books that I have to read, but I'll list 3 books for you here. You can check that video also if you want to. And the book is Harry Potter series, of course, Wishes by V. Schwab, and Nocturna by Maya Motti. These are the 3 books I really need to read, because these were Wishes and Nocturna were the 5-star prediction for the first 4 months, which I haven't read, which I was supposed to read before April, but I have to read them before December now if I don't want a punishment. So yeah, these are the books I really want to get to, but I have a whole list, 21 books to read before 2021, and 5-star predictions. I will link all of those videos down in the description, so you can check that out. The last question is a favorite book community member, and I have a lot, so many of those, but the one I get the most of the predictions from and I just love his videos, how to train your Gavin, uh, Gavin Hetherington from How to Train Your Gavin. I'll link his channel down in the description. I just love his content. I love his book recommendations and the way he ramble about those books, and I just love him. You should definitely check him out. And I love the readathon that he hosts in November, Believe-a-thon, and I'm so excited for this year's readathon. And yeah, so this was the mid-year freakout tag, and if you want to check more tags, I will link one or two here so you can check them out too, that I have done in the past. So yeah, this was it for today's video, and we'll meet in the next one.